So I just want to continue on from the last video I posted about people just feeling like they're obligated to talk to anyone how they wish or how they feel. Um, for you to try to come up with some kind of excuse as to why you said or did what you did is not acceptable. It's not appropriate, for that matter. It doesn't matter if you're feeling like shit or if you're on something, whether it be alcohol or drugs or whatever. Nothing gives you the right to be a fucking dick for no reason. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I know that when I'm feeling down or angry or depressed or whatever, I tend to get a little snappy. I don't mean to. I try to let them know, hey, I'm really not feeling it right now, so if I get a little short with you or if I get angry, don't take it the wrong way. I'm not trying to. It's not something easily controllable when you are under the influence of emotions or a substance, to not be snappy or angry at someone when they've done nothing wrong. But if you have a history of addiction, whether it be a substance or your attitude, it does not give you any right to try to be a dick. Not even try to just straight up be a dick to anyone, even if it's somebody that bends over backwards for you and tries to help you out any which way they can. It's not right. It's completely uncalled for. There's no excuse behind it whatsoever. And for you to sit there and try to judge me and critique me and talk down to me and belittle me because of my choices in life. You know nothing of me. You know nothing about me but what you've seen with just being around me. You don't know the first thing about me. You don't know where I'm from, what I've been through, who I've met, what I've done, where I've come from. Okay, that you know nothing. You just see what I've allowed you to see or know. You yourself have pretty much given me the whole story about your life. You've just given me a book or video about your entire life. Which, I mean, is your choice. Do what you want. I'm not stopping you. But when you pretty much tell me everything about you or show me or whatever, and then you try to bash on me or hate on me or to belittle me when you've done worse than me, when you are worse than me, and I know I'm not perfect. I may not be perfect in any way, shape, or form, but when you've done worse shit than I've ever even thought of, you have no right or position or power to try to sit there and talk to me like that, like I'm nothing, like what I'm doing is wrong. No, what I'm doing is me. I'm trying to raise myself up. I'm trying to support myself. I'm trying to do me. You can't do any better. I've seen that. I know that. You have no position to try to judge me on the things that I do or don't want to do when you yourself are a user. You don't do anything in life. You want nothing but everything handed to you. It is not 100% possible to coexist with someone you know nothing about, and you're on two totally different ends of differences. There's no similarities about you, either, except unless you're the same color or the race or gender or sexual identity. Even then, that's not enough to try to create a kind of bond or a friendship with someone that you're coexisting with. No one has the right or the power or the authority to sit there and judge you on your life and things that you have done while you were cohabitating, or things that you want to do because they don't deem it appropriate or right, or they see it as wrong. You have no place to sit there and judge me and mock me, ridicule me, talk down to me, make me feel less than, when you yourself can't do better than me. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody, but when it comes to attitudes and personalities and how you treat other people, yeah, I'm better. I'm not going to sit there and put you down and talk down to you and make you feel like shit and belittle you and just beat you up for no reason because I don't see that it's appropriate or I don't see it as right. It's not my place to judge. But if you want to try to sit there and make yourself seem better than me in almost any way, then you just need to be gone, move out, deuces. You have no right or authority to judge me on my life choices when you yourself can't make better ones. I don't try to rely on anybody for help. I don't try to ask anybody for help. I haven't been a fan of it for years. I spent most of my late teens, early 20s doing it. And I look back on it and I hate it. But at the same time, some of those instances and those moments, I have needed it, and it has helped make me a better person. I'm no saint. I fuck up sometimes just like everybody else. Sometimes I tell someone no because I don't like you, or I don't want to be around you, or I don't want to do anything. Granted, yes, if you're reaching out for something, genuine help. If you're just reaching out for help or whatever, then I'll try to do what I can. But if you're a toxic person who does nothing but belittle and talk down to people and make them feel less than, make them feel insignificant, then I'm sorry, I'm not going to benefit you because I don't support those choices of you treating people like that. You have no right. I try to be as nice and polite as I can. I try to avoid confrontation at almost all costs. Sometimes it is inevitable and it does have to happen. But I try to avoid it because that's just not the type of person I am. I don't like arguments or fights or any of that. I hate it. There's only so much one person can take before they snap or explode. And for that person to fucking just snap one day because they're fed up, they're tired of it, and then you want to try to pin them as the bad guy, you want to try to make them seem like they're in the wrong, you want to try to make them seem like, oh no, they're horrible. No, that's not the case. What's finally happened is they've stopped putting up with the bullshit. They've stopped putting up with being treated like shit, with being put down, talked down to, belittled, everything. It's not healthy to do that, and I know, but that's where it falls back into avoiding confrontation. I will try to do whatever I can, whenever I can, to help somebody else out. I'm not going to say necessarily no matter what it is, because there is a limitation, either for the person trying to give the help, or a limitation as to what can actually be done to help. It's not easy to live in a world outside of Hollywood standards. I mean, all you see on TV or in the movies is a fake lifestyle that is just, quite honestly, it's not possible. It's never going to happen. Yeah, you might win $1 million, or you might, meet your best friend in the whole world, and you'll spend every day together, and you'll have the strongest friendship that you've ever had for the rest of your life, or for the next few years or months. But all of that fake lifestyle stuff that's just forced down our throats by Hollywood, it's not good. And people need to learn the realization of it is that it's not real. It's not I'm not necessarily saying that it's never going to happen for someone, but it's not going to happen like that. There's always going to be disagreements and fights and naysayers just trying to push you back down again. If you finally feel good for once in your life, or feel good for the first time in a long time, don't let other people push you down. Don't let that toxicity eat away at your happiness because somebody else is jealous of what you finally have, jealous of the good that you finally got after so long. Nobody really knows you, no matter how much you tell them or show them. Even you yourself, you don't really know yourself as well as you think you do, because you never know what you're going to say or do in a situation. You never know what you're going to say or do if something or someone comes your way until it happens. You don't know the kind of person you're going to be a week down the road, or a month, or a year. You don't know who you're going to turn out to be. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what you're going to go through. But if for a moment you can finally find happiness and peace, don't let the naysayers or the negativity or the toxic people affect how you feel about that moment or about that situation that's finally brought you some kind of happiness. It's not going to be easy to try to ignore it or just brush it off, because in some situations, like for me, insecurities and doubts can play a key factor in it by letting it eat you up inside. And you can't. It's not healthy for you. It's not going to be healthy for the situation. It's not good. And there's got to come to a point to where you finally have to just say, enough is enough. I need you to stop. Stay out of it. This isn't you. This isn't your life. This isn't your choice. Tell them you appreciate their opinion or whatever it is on it, but they just need to stay out of it. Just shut the fuck up and butt the fuck out, because this has nothing to do with you. People feel the need to try to butt in on other people's lives, on their other people's lives, just because they have nothing better to do, or they feel the need to judge or critique or criticize or try to tell you how to live your life. This isn't your life. You don't pay my bills. You don't hold my hand. You don't sleep in my bed. You do nothing for me. So you have no place, no reason to try to tell me what to do or how to live my life. Even if it's a moment that I finally get of happiness, of bliss, you have no place in this situation, because this doesn't concern you. It doesn't involve you. You might be around the circle, but you're not in the circle. So until you're in that circle, and even if or when you do get in that circle, it's still none of your damn business. You don't get to tell me how to live my life. You don't get to tell me what to do, what not to do, or how to think. You're not my mom. You're not my dad. You're nothing. You're someone I know. Or you're a friend. Or you're a family member. but you're not me. You don't pay my bills. You don't support me in any way. You just might be a person I can go and talk to. That's it. Even other than that, that still doesn't give you the right to try to jump in on my life and tell me how to live it, or tell me how to think, or how to feel, or what to do. It doesn't concern you. But I, unfortunately, I'm so into the fact of trying to please other people, or just trying to go above and beyond, that I tend to overlook myself, that I tend to overlook how I feel or how I think about a situation, that I let it festers and it gets to me, and I let it change me, and it's not good. It's not healthy. I do try to take other people's thoughts or opinions to heart about certain things, and most of them I don't, but it finds its way inside and it eats away at me, and it changes how I really feel about a situation, whether for the good or the bad, mostly for the bad, especially with this last one, which I may or may not get into at another time. Life's not easy. Whoever said it was, they're an idiot, or they've grown up their entire life having everything handed to them. Money, school, job, house, car, fancy lifestyle, whatever. I didn't have that. I don't have that. I mean, yeah, at first I had that. I was a kid. Pretty much everything was almost handed to me, especially with the troubled childhood that I've had, and in a way being an only child. I did tend to get away with quite a few things, and I did tend to get a lot of things handed to me. Maybe not on a silver platter, but I tended to get a lot of things handed to me. But right now, I don't. The only person I have to rely on, the only person that I have to trust is myself. I don't have any kind of emotional support that I'm looking for, that I feel like I need, that I want. I have no financial support but myself. I work, I pay my own bills. Don't really like my job, but I still go to work every day, and I still do it so I can afford to live, because that's the type of society that we've grown up on, to where you have to pretty much have no life and work 24/7. Not saying that I do right now, because I used to, and whew, made some good money, but had no life. But that's the lifestyle that we've grown up to. Is if you don't know anybody in a position of power or authority to get your foot in somewhere good, to get good pay or a good job, you've got to kill yourself by working multiple jobs every day of the week. I've done it. Didn't really like it, but it had to be done. I needed to have money so I could support myself, so I can do me. So if I wanted to splurge and buy something expensive, or if I wanted to splurge and go somewhere, I could, because I don't have anybody. I don't have that support that a lot of other people do. I don't have family here. I don't have relatives. I don't even really have friends here. I've got a couple, but the rest of them are all just people that I know and just talk to on an occasion. There's one. She's turning out to be a really good friend. I'm hoping not to sabotage it. I tend to be very good at that, or bad in this case. She's done a lot for me. She's offered a lot for me. And we were talking today, and kind of told her pretty sure I'm going to take up your opportunity. And it wasn't even a pretty sure. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just going to take you up on that option that you offered. That I don't even think she discussed with her husband before she even gave me that proposition. But he's cool with it. I'm kind of surprised, but I'm not surprised. Right now, I'm just trying to do me. I'm trying to move forward. I'm trying to get myself back. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a long road again. I'm just hoping that even if it's for a moment, everything can work out for the better. I need that right now. I need that stability. I need that that comfort of knowing that everything's going to be okay for a while. I don't expect it to last forever. I just need to be able to finally just have a day to where I can just be like, I'm good. I'm not struggling financially. I'm not struggling any other way. I'm doing me. I'm living my life. I'm not dealing with bullshit. I'm not dealing with drama. One day, I'm gonna get that. It'll happen. Maybe not today, maybe not next week or next month or next year. But I'm fine with that. Even though I know I'm gonna hate myself later because I won't feel fine. But I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. It takes time. But, alright. I'm sitting here in the parking lot of my job that I have to get ready to go in for. 4-hour day, yay! Not that I really mind. Not really a fan of working here. I've had better jobs that paid less, where I've felt way more comfortable. But it's a means to an end. It helps me pay my bills. It helps me afford this car. And it's gonna help me through until something better comes along. I'm actually waiting to hear back about something. Hopefully it's good news. I'm going to get a hold of them probably in the next few days to see what's going on. But other than that, just gotta do what I gotta do. So, yeah. Well, I guess like or comment or whatever. I don't know how often I'm going to do this. I might do it once a day. More than likely it'll be in my car, so you're always going to see this little background behind me. It's about the only place I have any actual privacy. And I don't have to worry about people being nosy, listening through walls or doors, or just being nosy in general. And more than likely it's going to be in this same spot at work in the parking lot before I go in. But maybe this might be an everyday thing. It might just be a once in a while. Who knows? So, okay. Like, comment, whatever it is you're gonna do. I don't know, I'm new to this still, so let's see how well this works out. Alright, later.